Turn the volume up. Things are about to get raunchy.
Welcome back to the Raunchy Regret Podcast. This is B-Word. We're here. That's about as much as I can say.
We're here. Someone's queer, so get used to it.
That's true. Somebody's run down this week. I don't remember whose rundown it is, but BZ, how was your week?
It was good, man. It was really good. We had kiddo had her first week of kindergarten, so we did that whole thing. It was fun. She has really enjoyed it. So, I mean, that's a plus. I haven't gone to the principal's office yet, so that's another plus. But, I mean, really, other than that, it's been fun. We had a chill-ass weekend. We didn't do a whole lot. Mama took the kiddo to this little indoor park we have to go meet up with one of her old preschool friends because they're not at the same school this year. So they had fun. And then I also found out that the women folks was cackling and got to chick-chacking. And apparently my little girl's friend's daddy, they have a fucking ranch. And the wife comes home and she goes, by the way, I hope I didn't overstep, but you should be getting a phone call from her friend's dad. He's probably going to invite you to go hunting. Is that okay? I was like, fucking yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
Yes, Queen. It's okay.
Yes, Queen.
I don't even suck his dick. So, no, it's, I mean, other than that, it's been a really, really good weekend.
Well, good. Noam, you?
You can let Stone go first. It's his rundown, if you want.
Oh, okay. Stoned?
Yeah, so, I'm gay, and I'm going to have to back out in a few minutes, because I'm about to get pegged.
Oh, Big L's on a warpath.
Getting pegged.
Stone, love it. Noam, back to you.
Thanks. It's good. Week went pretty good. This morning I was taking my morning piss, and it was feeling so good, and I felt like I had this like chainsaw ripper of a fart to go.
Oh no!
So I just let it fly and fucking shit myself.
While pissing.
No. Yeah, apparently it was too hard.
Oh no!
It was too hard of a pull that apparently just a little boop shot out. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I got to convert.
Broke the pull cord, huh?
Convert.
Had a conversion on downs, huh?
Yeah. We don't punt.
Shit. Nah.
Punting's for pieces of shit.
Yeah, you were right there at 4th and 1, buddy.
Yeah. Whole new meaning to tush push. Whole new meaning.
Oh my goodness.
That's incredible.
Yeah, other than that, good week. Yeah, I thought I had something else, but I don't have anything else. So.
Oh. Well, I missed you guys last week.
Bitch.
Yeah, as BZ said, I was too busy blowing a tranny. My shots work, though, so there's that. And I did not go through the fucking rundown with you boys in grave detail before we recorded because I heard all of your bullshit behind the scenes. However, I will say that last week was a bitch week, but I'm really happy to be here. And I had the weekend off finally, so I've been really enjoying that. But yeah, so it's Stone's rundown this week.
I do have to say a couple things real quick. I find it comical that you pushed us an extra day and then still bailed on us. Yeah. That was cute. So for those out there, we normally record on Sunday, and it was early on. It was like maybe 2:00 in the afternoon, and B-Word said he couldn't make it, and we all decided, well, let's push back to Monday, and then shortly before recording on Monday, B-Word had to back out because of his alternators. So.
I had all fucking intentions, dude. And actually, there's a funny story about that. So I can wrench around on a vehicle with moderation, right? Like, if I had to, I could change the oil, I could change tires, I could do the random shit. But it's been a while since I've wrenched on a vehicle, right? Like, I actually just fucking sat there and done anything. Long story short, as I was driving home on Monday, I I get a check engine light. And while I get the check engine light, my power steering locks up. And then I also have a low voltage light that happens on my dash. And I'm like, what in the fucking ass is this? So I stop by the auto parts store and I have them run codes. And the codes basically say, you have a voltage issue. Like, there's no fix. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I call a buddy of mine and I'm like, hey, what could this be? And he's like, dude, it sounds like an alternator. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I still pull the thing off the battery and I can test it that way, right? Even with these newer vehicles. And he's like, yeah, you should be fine. So I get home, run in, take a shit, come back out. I'm fucking fuming just because of all the shit that's going on. Already told you guys that I got some shit going on and whatever. So I know I'm going to have to do some work to my vehicle. My vehicle's basically not going to run. So I pop the hood and I fucking start my truck. I pull the negative off the battery and I'm like, this fucking thing, it's still running. It's not the alternator. So I call my buddy. I'm like, it's not the alternator. And he goes, so you pulled the positive off the battery and it's not the alternator? And I said, you got to pull the positive off the battery? I'm like, motherfucker. So I hang up with him, pull the positive off the fucking battery. Sure as shit, my truck dies. I'm like, God damn it. So I was calling around trying to figure out $500 later, got an alternator and got it all replaced. But yeah, don't have me do your mechanic work. That was my diagnostics were fucking off, way off. So don't even worry about that shit. But yeah, that's my apologies. I'd have much rather been here.
I don't ever wrench on vehicles. I pay people to do that for me, but even I'm pretty sure it wasn't the negative. Not only was I sure it wasn't the negative, I was HIV positive. It wasn't that.
So you believe in magic is what you're saying? Dude, it's been forever. For some reason I was stuck on it was the negative, and I don't remember why, but it's been forever.
Well, I'm glad you also gave us the long story short version of that.
I did. You should have heard the long story long. That would have been bad.
Did you imagine if it was Stone Story?
Oh, my God. Oh, speaking of, how would Stone Story go? Stoned?
So I was there, and I don't know how to work with tools. Other than the tool that gets put in me, and I just hit the blunt. Just hit the blunt and it'll be okay. It'll fix itself.
It's hilarious. We even tried to be nice and we marked a clip of a hilarious part of the podcast last week. Marked a clip, and B-Word goes and makes 4 clips for the week, and none of them are that clip that we clipped for him.
Which one was it?
I don't even remember what it was.
It was when we were doing the Mexican talk.
See,
right?
I didn't
about the Halloween candy.
Well, there were 2 clips right in the same area. One of them was the Big Al one, and so that's what I thought it was clipped for, because that's where it was at. Because the message that I got was it was about a minute before the clip. Well, about a minute before the clip was the Big Al part, and then it continued on into the
AJ must have
Mexican
also
candy.
hit the clip too when we
gotcha
Mexican candy part.
Yeah, because there was 2 markers, but I didn't realize that until all the clips were made. So. Yeah,
we had a lot of gold that episode without you.
It was, and I said this before we hit the record button tonight, but it was really fun being able to edit that, because I was able to sit back as a fan and listen to my experiences from Dads on Dayquil and fraternize with these guys. Because, if I'm on the podcast, I hear my voice, and even if I might say something slightly funny, it's still my voice, and so I just don't think it's funny. But, being able to sit there and listen and be a fan of the show is pretty cool. Yes, you in the back, know me.
Yep. I have something to say. I saw a post today, and I thought, what better place to bring this post up? I love the way that this gentleman does posts, because he posts with no regard. When he posts something, he posts it like, come fight me. That's exactly how he states it, whether he's talking about Rob Zombie, or whether he's talking about Oscar the Grouch, or whether he's talking about barbecue in the United States. So I don't know if you guys saw this post, but Mike Gray from the Grace Tap Room posted this map about barbecue, and the only place that's highlighted good is Memphis. And then I scrolled through the comments to watch all these fucking retards talk back and forth to each other, and I just found it hilarious, because I love barbecue. Like your ex-partner Jake, pizza's like sex. Bad sex is still sex, right?
Yep.
Barbecue's the same for me. Like, I don't want to eat bad barbecue, but it'll do. It'll do in a jiff. I haven't traveled the whole country, but I was curious on your views. Basically, one of the things in the post is also just lambasting Texas, that Texas has the worst barbecue in the country, which I thought was pretty hilarious.
Well, that is funny.
So what's your guys' take on barbecues? And see, that's the other thing, too. What are you talking about? Are you talking about style of barbecue? Or are you just talking about barbecue sauce? From the conversation I was getting, but then it's like, what's your methods? Who's to say what?
But it's also people from that area that barbecue, right? Like, do they have enough knowledge to barbecue? I'll say this. I don't dispute that Memphis barbecue's good. I like Memphis barbecue.
Absolutely agree with you. 100%.
I think it's really good. But to this day, the best barbecue that I've ever had is in Texas. And,
goddamn right.
That's where it's at. And so I haven't been to the Carolinas, so I can't speak on that. I haven't been to Kansas City, so I can't speak on that. I have had those barbecue styles at restaurants, and I'm a fan of them. But to me, the best barbecue is Texas. And that's it's only based on experience.
I will personally say from having different trials at different places, my favorite sauce, hands down, is Carolina. No doubt about it. I will always stick with Carolina. I like the runny, vinegary, a little spice to it. That's my style.
Vin what?
Vinegar. You gotta say vinegar. You went pretty hard.
Hard R. You had a hard R. You had a hard R.
Vinegar.
Monica.
Anyway, but I will say one of my favorite spots ever for barbecue was in Las Vegas, and it was called Memphis Barbecue. And they did originate out of Memphis, and the way they barbecue there was fucking delicious. And I do love Memphis barbecue sauce as well. Mm-hmm. Kansas City is the worst barbecue sauce in my opinion.
I agree.
Barbecue's good, but I'm not a molasses fan, and the Kansas City style is more molasses based than anything. So
old Korean sticky ribs. Yeah.
Mole what?
I do likes that.
Molasses and vinegar.
Okay. All right. Just making sure. So, BZ, I'm going to just ask the question because, here I am stepping on fucking Gnome's question. But I'm going to go with you. You're a Texas fan.
Yes.
Take Texas out of it. What's your favorite barbecue besides Texas?
Gas station, I guess.
Right next to the sushi.
Yeah, gas station sushi, gas station barbecue.
Gas station boner pills, all together, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a good weekend.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to shit yourself and have a boner.
Yeah, you get yourself a 5-hour energy shot, and you're good to go, bro.
Fucking
I was halfway there this morning.
No, so depending on where you get it, I've got some good friends. Actually, one of my best friends, Panda, he did a cooking competition this past weekend.
His Panda dude?
Yes, that's what I call him. He's my panda. But he got first place in brisket.
Panda.
My good friend, his name is Panda.
Oh, you got a gay friend. That's all you had to say. My gay friend.
I do.
Okay,
my
fantastic.
Gay friend. So my gay friend, Panda.
Okay.
We got to put a name on him because there's a couple of them out there. We want to
because he's black.
We want to segregate. Anyways, he did a barbecue competition. He got first place on brisket, and then second place and third place, and all sorts of he got all sorts of trophies. Ended up getting the grand champion. So his brisket's pretty fucking tasty. And here's my thing on sauces: if you're doing brisket, a good brisket does not require any sauce.
I
should be
agree with that.
Enough flavor. There should be enough juice. Should be enough fat.
I'm going to use sauce anyway because I love sauce. Yeah, but I agree with you.
We're segregating you too, faggot.
Cool.
But if it is going to be a subpar barbecue, even like a drier turkey, I do like the Carolina barbecue sauce. I do like that vinegary flavor, but it has to be on certain meats.
Agree. I think to me that barbecue shines on pork and chicken.
Yes.
When it comes to beef, I think that more my personal view would be more of a Memphis or a Texas bold kind of rib sauce.
Agreed.
With the red meat. Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree with that too.
And I've had barbecue from quite a few places, several different states. Kansas City is not bad. I'm kind of with you. The barbecue sauce, you've really got to go in there knowing that you're getting sticky, sweet molasses ribs. Because if that's what you're going for, they're fucking money.
Yeah.
But I'm just not personally a huge rib fan. Now, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't kick him out of bed. But I also wouldn't keep this girlish figure if I said no to a plate of fucking ribs. So, not my favorite, but I'll still eat them.
Fair enough. Well, so we have a rundown tonight, and the person who curated this rundown is stoned. So
he's completely MIA.
Yeah, so so for those, again, background, we record at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific or 9 o'clock p.m. Central on Sunday nights. And that's been the case ever since we started, with exception to the rules and a couple Mondays here and there. But
right, like next week we're going to be recording on Monday. And I know that when I asked this, when you weren't present this last Monday we recorded, because we had to push back to a Monday, I made sure to put the emphasis that, hey, it's not next week. It's the following, the 26th, something like that.
Yeah, so as we sat 25 minutes in the background waiting for the host of this show for this week, we're still going to go with his rundown.
Fuck him. And he should have been here.
Hope somebody's ready with the coming in blind.
I think, I could probably do that.
Sweet.
So
he shouldn't have given us the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, no shit. So, BZ, because we do have those Cliff Notes, I don't have them on me at the moment. Do you have it where you can do the Choose Your Adventure one? You just read
yes. So basically, this one is going to be a Choose Your Own Adventure. He's given us a couple of ships to commandeer, and then you give us a little story about it. So the first ship that you could choose from is you could captain the Black Pearl, or you can captain the Bowie. It's the Guardian of the Galaxies. The Bowie, whatever.
It's named after David Bowie, so
I call him David Bowie, so go fuck yourself.
I call him gay, so that's fine too.
Well, he would agree with that.
Yes, he would.
He would have agreed with that.
He would have agreed with you.
Yeah, use the right tense, bitch.
So explain your adventures. How your adventures will play out in detail. And I'll go ahead and go first. So, did you guys ever see the holiday special, the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I love that one. The Christmas one?
So, yes.
That was such a good little holiday special.
It was fucking brilliant. It was good. Way better than number 3. Number 3 sucked. So, but I'm definitely choosing to pilot the Bowie from Guardians. And, just like Hollywood, that movie was great. So I'm just going to replicate it and tweak a couple of things. So this isn't going to be a Christmas special. This is going to be a Halloween special.
Oh.
And what I'm doing, instead of kidnapping Kevin Bacon, I'm kidnapping Nick Cage. And
yes.
And we're going through. He still doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And he's going to have a slight cameo because that's when he finds out that he truly is Ghost Rider. And then he joins the Guardians. And I'm also going to fuck Gamora.
Okay. I'm about that life. Nomi, what do you got?
I had a hard time with this one because I like both so much. But then it was like, well, I guess what scares me less, because you're going to get in the shit no matter what.
Right.
If you decide to captain the Bowie, you're going to be going to planets that you're not supposed to go to. But the thought of exploring that vast space seems pretty fun. But I'm going to take the pirate ship thing because I think it'd be a lot more fun to go back a couple hundred years and be on the high seas. And yeah, I don't want to be a pirate now because if I was a pirate now, I don't speak like Somalian or anything.
You'd be the high C fruit punch.
That's Captain High. That's Captain High C fruit punch to you. But other than that, I didn't really go into detail because this isn't my cup of tea. And I was just like, at least breaking it down that. I figured I wouldn't have a whole lot of time either, figuring that Stone would actually show up for his own rundown, and we'd have about a 18-minute dialoge of what he's doing. So,
and how he's actually going to pilot both of them.
He's gonna pilot the Bowie to get into Earth to take over a pirate ship.
Yeah.
So yeah,
while getting pegged. With a peg leg.
Getting pegged by Captain Hook.
No, just getting pegged with a peg leg.
It's a double Mr. peg. Smee.
Stop looking at me, Smee.
So kind of like Gnome, I really didn't know what to do with this, so I cheated. I went into Chat GPT.
All right.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
I said, write a funny scenario where I'm a shipmate on the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm going to do this while you talk yours.
And I said, I have a few things. I have no shipmate skills. I was a person who was captured as an adult, and I'm pretending to be a pirate. I need a useless skill, and this needs to be a minimum of 2 paragraphs in length. And the reason why I did that is so that way I can come up with quality here. Also, the last one is assign me a name that Jack Sparrow would have given me. So what popped up here is you're standing on the deck of the Black Pearl doing your best to look like a pirate, though you're not entirely sure what that involves. The truth is, you were captured by the crew a while ago and have been winging it ever since. You've managed to survive by mumbling "arr" at appropriate times and looking busy when Jack Sparrow strolls by. But when it comes to actual pirate skills, you're as useless as a mermaid on land. Your one odd talent, you can whistle at an absurdly high pitch, completely useless on a pirate ship, or so you thought. One day, while the crew is engaged in a desperate chase, the ship's lookout spots something horrifying. Kraken tentacles rising up from the depths. Panic erupts on the deck, and in the chaos, you accidentally let out your high-pitched whistle. To everyone's shock, the Kraken halts, tentacles hovering in the air as if it's listening. Jack Sparrow, wide-eyed, runs over and says, "Do that again, mate," he commands. You whistle again, and the Kraken unbelievably starts to retreat. Seemingly confused or irritated by the sound, the crew stares at you in disbelief, and the beast disappears beneath the waves. Jack claps you on the back and says, "Well, blow me down, we've got ourselves a Kraken whisperer." From that day on, whenever the crew encounters sea monsters, they look to you, the unlikely hero, with a piercing whistle that keeps the terrors out of the deep bay. You're a legend on the high seas, and although you don't know how to tie a proper knot. Jack Sparrow, with his usual flair for the absurd, would undoubtedly christen you with the name that's both ridiculous and oddly fitting. After your miraculous Kraken encounter, he might squint at you, stroke his beaded beard thoughtfully, and declare, "From this day forward, you shall be known as the Screeching Siren." The crew would burst out in laughter, and Jack would add a smirk, a siren song to scare even the mightiest sea monsters, though not quite as lovely as the ear." So that's what ChatGPT gave me. Gave me almost a full-length Stone story.
Tell me it had a name for it. It was calling it Pirates of the Caribbean, the Krakening.
Ooh.
Or like Look that. What's Krakening now.
Look what's cracking. What's crack-a-lacking? All right, Naomi, did you get a story there?
Yeah, it's still fucking writing, though. Jesus. That's way too long. It's still going.
When you write a novel, did you ask it to write a novel?
No, I just said, oh, God dang, this thing's just fast as shit.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT's legit.
Also, I said in mine, I said that I'm a. You have to remember that I'm a gnome, and so it must not understand that because it's calling me Captain Norius Redbeard Tinkerfoot. Hold on, a gnome with a fiery red beard and a heart as vast as the ocean.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Definitely does not describe you, except for
Norius, barely 3 feet tall.
That's describing him pretty good.
Had once been the unlikeliest of pirates. Oh, it's good. I'm going to have to...
Put him in the boo box.
I'm going to have to come back to this. That's good
shit.
Stuff.
All right. Well, boys, with that, let's go to our next segment, and that is... Coming in blind. So coming in blind, typically, so everybody knows, the person who comes up with the rundown comes up with coming in blind, and maybe I am blind because I don't see a stoned here. So let's just do a coming in blind right off the dome. Beezy.
Well, why don't we do, each of us do a coming in blind?
I'm good with that. Go first.
Oh, shit. Why you got to put me on the spot, bitch?
All right, fine. I'll go first. Coming in blind, give me the 3 toys as a kid that you loved.
Oh.
I'll start.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Micro Machines. I thought Micro Machines were legit. I had Power Rangers where their heads would flip, and they would do like the regular face, and then they would do like the actual Power Ranger thing. I thought those were pretty cool. And then I had a Bat Cave. Like the legit 1989 Batman cave, and that was legit. If I can have any one of those 3 left, I mean, Micro Machines, I could probably find them, but any of those things, I'd probably just frame them and put them up because they were legit.
Hell yeah! So I had growing up, we had a huge collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the originals, and
the ones that felt like rubber. Like not the hard plastic, but you had the ones that felt like lifelike.
Like the actual ones from the 1980s.
From the movies? Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So we had like every one of them. And the crowning jewel of our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection was we had the sewer. And it even had the ooze that you could, it was basically just green slime. And then that didn't last.
Gack.
Pretty much. If we could have that again, that'd be the tits. And I believe it is actually floating around somewhere in my dad's attic. It's either there or in the shop, but he's a bit of a hoarder, so there's no fucking telling where that shit's at. The other one, when I was also younger, we did get, it was about the time Jurassic Park came out, and we got a huge collection of the Jurassic Park toys. But again, the crowning jewel was we had the park entrance, and it had all the electric fence that you could put up.
Oh, nice.
And it had the fucking, the big-ass gate that said Jurassic Park with the double doors that opened up. And then, of course, we had the T-Rex, some raptors, a couple of the characters. That was cool as shit. And then the other one that I wish I didn't fuck up, because it's worth quite a bit of money now, was we actually had, me and my brother had the original Castle Grayskull play set.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Dude, we had some dope-ass toys, no lie.
Know me?
Word. Wrestling figures, definitely, I had the ring, even had the steel cage that went over the thing of it. Yeah, one of my favorite stories with that was, I think it was like my 13th birthday. My buddy comes over and he was super excited. He was like, I went to his house. He goes, I was so excited that I opened your gift and was playing with it. So I opened it on mine. And it was actually an Edge figure.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was a really fun story. But yeah, we used to get together and we literally like have the Royal Rumble. We had so many freaking figures. That's probably like number one for me. And then being younger than that would have been Ninja Turtles. Like I had all the shit. Like I had Shredder's vehicle. Mm-hmm. I had that van that they had for the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, we did too.
Do you remember the Ninja Turtles too? That like they would squat and you'd press a button and they'd flip. Yeah. And they had ones that had their head spin too. Like if you press the button on the back of their shell. Yeah,
so
I had all that shit. What I thought one of them. What'd you say? B word for your 3? The Batman.
I said Micro Machines, the Batman, the Batmobile, and then the other one. It was the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Power. Yeah, that wasn't it. God dang it! What was my other one that I had? I can't think of it.
The stovetop in the tree to make the cookies.
Yeah. With my other keys elves.
The tree easy bake oven.
No, I did have. Do you
Wouldn't you call that a treesy bake oven?
A treesy bake oven.
Do you guys
or
remember?
For you, it'd be a beezy bake oven.
Those ovens that made the creatures, the
creepy crawlers.
Yes, yeah, I had one of those.
Yes.
Nope, I don't remember those at all.
All right, cool. Yeah, I had one. I just can't remember what it was that I was going to say. So I'll throw out there honorable mention to the Pogs because I had a pretty dope fucking collection.
Pogs.
Dude, I had a fucking Pog. It was a slammer, and it was O.J. Simpson. And on the front, he was behind bars, and on the back, it was the Ford Bronco, with police chasing him. And I would play with that fucking thing, and I lost it one time. And the dude who I lost it to, I kept challenging it to get it back, and he wouldn't fucking do it. That stupid son of a bitch pissed me off. Fucking goddamn
fucking love Pogs. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next for my instead of a top 3. I want
10.
to hear your top 25. No, I want to hear your prediction for this since football is looming. I want your prediction, each of you, of the top 4 teams in college at the end of the year. Even though this year there's not 4 teams in the playoff, this is the first year I believe that they're doing like the top 8 playoff or something like that.
Yeah.
But if it was traditional for the last couple of years, who would be your top 4 in college at the end of the year that would be doing the playoff?
I think you're probably going to have Bama. They had a rough season last year, and they're going to be looking to bounce back pretty hard.
Okay.
I hate to say that because I don't like them. You know, there's always teams that are going to be up in there just because of who they are. I think Oklahoma, since they're now in the SEC, I think they're gonna put a hurt on the SEC this year, more than UT. I'm hoping, anyways.
Over-under for both of them is 5.5 losses.
Either Oklahoma wins out or both them and UT get fucking second to last place. That'd be fine with me because fuck both those schools. And then I think, let's see here. Georgia's going to be there. You know they will. I think they've got a pretty much guaranteed bid anyways, unless they lose like 5 games. And then we'll go with Texas Tech. Fuck it.
All right. I didn't see Texas Tech on the top 25, but what do you got there, B-Word?
This one's hard, man. I'm thinking Georgia's going to be there. I think Georgia's been a really good team over the last several years. So I think they're going to be there. Ohio State, I still think can make some noise this year. Normally I would say Michigan, and I still think Michigan can make some noise, but with the loss of Harbaugh, I just don't know what that's going to look like. And I'm going to say kind of the same thing for Bama with the loss of Saban. I just don't know what that's going to look like. So I'm going to say my top 4, and I reserve the right to be wrong. So I'm going to go Georgia, Ohio State. I'm going to go Texas, and then I'm going to go Oregon.
Good picks. I like those. I'm going to go with, in no particular order, my 4 is going to be Georgia, Florida State, Penn State, and Ole Miss.
Penn State.
So Florida State, I think Florida State will be good. I don't think that Florida State can compete with the top teams. Are you saying that you think that
neither can Oregon?
State, well, fair. Yeah, I guess I didn't.
You got to throw in one or two teams that are going to go against 2 SEC teams. Yeah. My outside dark horse team to win it all.
If you say Colorado, I'm going to fucking slap you.
Fuck no.
Notre Dame.
No. It's also out of the SEC, but they're just outside the top 10, and it's Mizzou. I think Mizzou can win it all. I think they can make some noise, and
they had a pretty good season this past year.
Yeah, they shredded Ohio State at the end of the year in their bowl game, and I just think they can make a lot of noise. And I think with those mediocre Big 12 teams that are coming into the SEC, it'll still create a little bit more drama with the rankings because now you're going to have less crossover between East and West playing each other during the regular season. So
right. All right, Beezus.
All right. That's freaking good, man. I like that one. So for mine, let's do... You get 3 things you can delete from the planet. What you got? I'll start first. Slow drivers. Mosquitoes. And if both of those little bastards are gone, then I'll just take the A from Earth. So it's ERTH. And then we'll be good.
Earth.
Okay. I'll take the G from lasagna since we're talking about that.
I figured you would have gone for bologna.
Well, yeah, that'd been good too.
That was mine, goddammit.
Okay, so 3 things I would delete. I'm gonna keep the G from lasagna. I'm gonna get rid of peas. I think that peas, texture-wise, are the grossest thing that can ever.
I knew
exist
I liked you sometimes, B-word.
Well, they're not my peas; they're her peas.
Well, I don't care whose peas that they are. I don't fucking keep your own peas. Hate peas, so get rid of that. And let's get rid of white dudes for Harris.
All right, so my 3 is going to be Kamala Harris' mom and dad. There's 2, and then get rid of the clitoris because nobody can find it anyway. So,
fantastic.
Fair enough.
Fantastic. All right. Well, with that, boys, let's take a real quick break. We'll be right back.
At B-Word Media Group, we cherish our podcast roots. Make sure to check out where it all started.
In a world filled with COVID and chaos, 3 dads bring to you a riot of entertainment every hump day.
Hump Day! We are Jordan, a.k.a. the Gnome.
Josh, a.k.a. the Dome.
AJ, a.k.a. the Stone.
And together, we're Dads on Dayquil.
Between the 3 of us, we have 10 kids.
That we know about.
We're talking about you, Johnny Six. Sit down, turn up the volume, and crack a cold one as we bring you a glimpse into our dad lives. We break down our weekly events with our dad stories and tons of shout-outs.
Dad Corner.
We bring you dad games. We also cover music, movies, and all things entertainment. Hell, we even bring you the Stone Safe House for off-the-wall references.
Heyo!
So come check us out on your favorite podcast platform, even if you prefer certain platforms that we don't. Yeah, we're talking about you, Google Podcasts.
Meow.
Dad's out.
What if we had our own mobile fleet of helipads?
You don't need a passport to go to Hawaii because it's still America, you freaking Todd Tom.
What if she's a portly girl?
How does one go about getting abducted by an alien?
I mean, you take your ramen, you throw in a poop bouillon, and boom, nutritionalize them.
What's a poop bouillon?
That's such a Karen thing to do.
Wait, how many Chicken McNuggets?
413!
Did he die?
Fraternize with these guys.
Hey everybody, this is B-Word, one half of the Bleach Brothers podcast, coming at you each and every Sunday with my good buddy Jake the Hater.
So be sure to join us for this episodic journey where we talk Marvel to movies, food, or anything entertainment. A Spreaker Prime podcast.
Thanks for all the dirty talk, and come back and get sanitized. Welcome back to the Raunchy Regret Podcast. This is B-Word. Again, we're still missing the Stoned. At some point, I figured, after messages and a missed call, he might actually hop in here with us. But that hasn't happened. So,
but alas, he didn't. That must be a good pegging.
Yeah, it probably is.
He's probably visiting. He's probably at 7-Eleven buying some stuff from some Nindian right now.
Thank you, come again, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. All right, so the one thing that Stoned had on his rundown that I think all of us were excited about was he wanted us to do a series of she's a 10 but questions or answers to the questions or whatever. So with that, we each have a list, and so let's just go round robin.
I did bring up prior to hitting record that I think he was doing this because he's got a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
My name's
she's
Alyssa.
a 10. My name's Alyssa,
She's
and I'm
a
a
10.
10.
But her name's Alyssa.
Don't worry, right now she's being called Big Al. So
actually, she's doing all the calling.
And Stone is visiting the toy barn right now.
Yeah. His safe word is yes, please.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get in his car tomorrow, and the first thing he's gonna put on is "Every Morning" by Sugar Ray.
H.
Preparation H. Every morning there's a halo hanging from Alicia's corner of her 4-post bed.
And for those people out there that wonder why I made that reference, if you haven't heard, listen to the lyrics. That song is about getting pegged as a dude. That's entirely what that song is about. So if you haven't heard that before, now go.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Go listen to that and enjoy it.
Yeah. Unfiltered and raw, actually. So, all right. So we just want to go round robin on these. You guys go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll go first. She's a 10, but she likes to hide Hot Wheels in her vagina.
Jesus Christ!
So now she's an 11.
She's a 10, but she has an enlarged clit bigger than your dick.
Got to take one off my list now. Damn it.
Yeah, I have one written. She's a 10, but her dick's bigger than mine.
That's what I had.
So we'll just scratch that off the list.
Yep.
All right. She's a 10, but she chews with her mouth open.
She's a 10, but her safe word is gnome.
Ooh.
Oh, Jill.
Is that with a G?
Capital.
How do you pronounce this?
She pronounces it gnome.
Gnome. Gnome.
She's a 10, but she drives 15 miles under the posted speed limit in the passing lane. Fucking dead.
She's a 10, but she anal squirts.
God damn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, hit the prostate on that one. She's a 10, but she cannot pronounce the word library correctly.
What do you mean? You want to go to the library?
The library. She's a librarian.
You know, that reminds me of people that put the emphasis on X when they're talking about, like, Xavier. And they say Xavier.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Go ahead, BZ.
She's a 10, but she's religiously involved with an MLM, and you can't change her mind. That's a multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Well, that's just church.
She's a 10, but she talks.
Ooh, she's a 10, but she's Gerlach the Destroyer.
Oh, no. She's a 10, but she's a hardcore marathon running CrossFit vegan.
Oh, that fits right into mine. She's a 10, but she's Gen Z.
That fits into my next one. She's a 10, but she's voting for Kamala Harris.
I was going to write that down. I'm like, B-word will have that.
She's a 10, but she only watches Hallmark movies.
Ooh. She's a 10, but she has an Android.
Wow. Yeah, I feel that one.
So she's 11.
She's a 10, but she says, I'm fine when she's sad.
Fuck that. She's a 10, but that's in pesos. So the exchange rate means she's really just a 50-cent piece.
She's a 1.
No, it's just 50 cents.
All right. She's a 10, but she cuts her spaghetti noodles.
What's wrong with cutting your spaghetti noodles? That's a perfect woman right there. That's a fucking 10.5. Especially if she's cutting my goddamn spaghetti noodles, then I'm in this thing. She's a 10, but she's on her phone 24/7.
I mean, that's pretty standard. She's a 10, but she's your first cousin.
Oh, it fits right into mine. She's a 10, but she's an Alabama fan.
Oh, shit. She's a 10, but she uses goggles in a pool.
Oh, I almost wrote that down.
I did too.
She plugs her nose when she jumps into a pool.
Yeah.
That kind of feeds into mine. She's a 10, but she plugs her nose when she gives you head.
Oh. She likes the dark magic. Good for her.
If I smell this dude's uncircumcised dick cheese, I'm going to throw up.
I don't like duck butter.
She's a 10, but she has webbed feet.
Oh,
she's a fast swimmer.
She's a 10, but she puts her milk in before the cereal.
She's a 10, but she gargles your jizz before she spits it out.
That's a fucking 12. That's a fucking 12.
Ooh. She's a 10, but she's a Cowboys fan.
I always going to be the 49ers fan, but I thought against it. Yeah.
But then you figured you can't because it's a she's and not he's, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's a 10, but she's actually 2.5 stacked in a trench coat.
She's a 10, but she refuses to shave anything.
I only got one more left. She's a 10, but she helped Stone come up with this rundown.
She's a 10, but her name's Alyssa.
Damn it. That was mine. I guess we can end it on that one.
Well, Stoned, great rundown, buddy. Certainly appreciate the rundown.
Glad to see you can not only miss mine, but yours.
He's got to take it to another level. He's like, you guys fucking want to talk shit? Check this out.
You know what's funny is, didn't he in our message group send the fucking that beer that he had, that fucking 13% beer or whatever it was,
that cup water or whatever?
Yeah, the I like to drink dick water. Didn't he? Yeah, he did. He fucking did. Yeah. So
and he said flashbacks. Yeah. Right now he's fucking sitting in a chopper with Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, just blitzed out of his mind.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? Huh?
You know what's funny is he put the asterisks on each side of the word flashbacks. It's almost as if he kept putting on their ass claps, and it just kept changing it for him. So he's just getting throttled. Yeah, he's just getting throttled in the hole right now. That's the case, man.
Definitely is.
Well, it seems like this is going to be another shorter fucking episode. It seems like the last two ones that I've been on here have been fucking short episodes. Episode 33 of the Raunchy Regret. It's 33 of the Raunchy Regret podcast. We're out.
I say just give them hell.
I bought shoes today from a drug dealer. Didn't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
April showers bring May flowers, but what did May flowers bring?
Pilgrims.
My boss hates it when I shorten his name to Dick, especially because his name's Steve.
Watch out, you think you're big baller. Bow down to make another dollar. Stand up and hear the world holler. I say just give them hell.